Don't touch that dial. Crank it up.
Now that's got to hurt. If I was him, I would learn how to protect myself.
I'm coming from the north, from the south. You don't even know. I'm just like exploding into action.
Alive! It's alive! It's alive! Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Trust us, we invented electricity.
It's time to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of gum.
He did it! He really did it!
Hey everyone, Mark with Miss Pickles Gaming. Today's video is about the Knights Cavalry and how to defeat them. I love these guys. Well, actually, I hate these guys. I love to hate these guys. We're going to start off today's video at Agile Lake North, which is right outside of the first step where we started the game. And here is our first Knights Cavalryman. I am running dual scavengers here. The main thing to remember with these guys is attack from the front or attack from the non-weapon side if you can. If you attack from the front, the horse will most likely rear up. You get underneath him and take a couple shots, and the rider will fall off and you have him at that point. So the Knights Cavalryman always rides in a clockwise motion. That way he keeps his weapon trained on you, so you want to negate that as much as possible. In this video, I'm going to be showing you a lot of different weapons. This one is the Magma Windmaker, and its Ash of War is to spew magma, which works really well on the Knights Cavalrymen. These guys are no joke. They are tough. What you want to avoid is slow moving or long animation weapons that take a while to build up. He's going to jump around and you're going to be locked into your animation while taking damage from him. So I prefer shorter swords, curved swords, daggers. Fortisak's Lightning Bolt is phenomenal against these guys. As you can see, it just keeps doing damage to them. 2 hits and he's half dead already. So this is a good example of being locked into an animation. I tried the Black Blade of Malachus and he just sidestepped me and I was locked into the animation. But it did make for a nice ending here. I love the sound he makes when he dies. Now, even though this is a slow-moving weapon, and I believe I missed my first few shots, as you can see, once you're locked in and he moves, you can't do anything about it. But if you make contact with a colossal weapon, you will do tremendous damage on him. So, I swung a lot of times. I only connected 3 times, but 3 was all it took to kill him. So now we're doing probably the fastest weapons in our arsenal, and I've chosen the Reduvia daggers. Since I run a blood build here, it just makes sense to use these daggers. And as you can see, it didn't take much to get him off of the horse, and once he was down, just finish him off as quickly as possible.
Don't try this at home.
please keep in mind also that you have to approach these locations at night. I've used my video editor and pumped as much light into it as possible. The video quality might suffer a little bit, but it's better than watching a dark video in my opinion. So now we're at the Castle Morn Ramparts Site of Grace. We spawn in at night and the Knights Cavalrymen will be walking down the path in front of you. So with this one here, I have dual Moog Spear. Pretty much the slowest weapons made, but the amount of damage it causes is tremendous. It took 3 hits and the Knight's dead. What else can you say?
Guys, I gotta tell you, that last take was even better than the first.
Alright, back to Fortisac's Lightning. This is just fun to do to him. When you're up in the air, I guess we have hyper armor when we're up in the air, because I haven't really taken any damage while I was up in the air. 3 hits, he's dead. Now, I run a bleed build, so if it's the Reduvia daggers or anything with blood or fire, yes, my buffs will help. Anything else, it's just out of habit. This is the magma blades. You can farm them up in the Volcano Manor. Those are the curved blades. They have the same move set as the scavenger sword, so any curved blade is going to do well based off of the speed and all that. So now we are at the Gate Town Bridge, and I didn't really filter out the darkness on this one, I'm sorry. But again, with the scavenger's curved blade, we're going to get to some new weapons here in a second. So, Reduvia daggers, as long as you don't mind getting really up close, these things just do a number on him. If you want to stay further away, Eleonora's pole blades are a good option. They're just not going to do quite the damage as the other ones. We have a bear also. I'm going to ignore him and concentrate on the Knights Cavalrymen. The bear will get hit eventually. I think he did. The main thing is stay in front of the horse and do not get on the side, if you can avoid it, of where his weapon is. If he's off and he's doing this animation, do not charge him, because when the horse respawns, it'll take a lot of your health away. But right after the horse spawns, attack it right from the front of him, and he will rear up. The cavalryman will fall off. You kill him at that point. Okay, we are off to East Rea Lucaria Gate. We're going to head north from the Site of Grace, and we'll find our Knights Cavalrymen hanging out over here. We're back with the Reduvia daggers. Anything you are comfortable with that you can swing and make multiple hits a lot. Daggers fit that bill, curved swords fit that bill, and anything like the lightning that I've been using also does. The magma windmaker, where if he's standing in the residual, the more damage it's going to cause. We're going to try Eleanor's pole blade again. I love these pole blades, but they're just not the best for him. The animation just takes a little while. I mean, they will work, just not as fast as everything else. From here, we're going to be heading over to Khalid. Khalid Highway South, Site of Grace, and we're going to head east until we find him. He'll be right off the path here. We're running scavengers, dual scavenger sorties again. Again, horse rears up, get underneath, get him to fall off, and he's yours. Since one of my talismans is the claw talisman, which enhances jump attacks, and I am wearing the black feathers, which enhances jump attacks, then you'll see me jumping a lot. My jump attacks normally cause quite a bit of damage. Okay, we're going to head over to Lemmy's Rise. To me, this is one of your tougher Knights Cavalrymen, just because it's in more of a confined area, and he can use the outside edges to keep his attack side towards you. You just have to do your best to... Ooh, I got on the other side of him. That rarely happens. If you get on his non-weapon side, just a couple hits and he's dead. Again, they only spawn at night. We're using the magma blades here, curved swords, so the action on them is real fast. As you can see, he's always going in a clockwise motion, and if you stay in the middle, he will tear you up. Get underneath him. And the horse, if you try and attack from the rear, the horse will kick you. If you stay on his weapon side, the horse will jump on top of you. It's just best to attack from the front or the non-weapon side if you can. As you can see, he tried to use the bridge wall to keep me on the inside. All right, we're going to leave Khalid, and our final two destinations are up in the snow. The last one's a doozy. We'll get there. I'm sorry, we're not to the snow yet. We're in Atlas Plateau, and at the Atlas Junction, Highway Junction. So we're going to move on from here. This was just more of a location guide for this. There was nothing new here. Here we just entered the snowfields, and we have to run down the path at night and find him. In this one I tried using the Reduvia Dagger's Ash of War, which throws blood loss. I just switched over to dual daggers, and it should be over quickly now. Dual scavengers with seppuku applied for more blood loss. Again, the strategy is always the same. Attack from the front, get the horse to rear up, and attack. Prelate's Inferno hammer or Colossal hammer is tremendous on these guys if you can make contact. All right, well, we are at the Inner Consecrated Snowfield, and this one here, like I said, is a doozy because we have to fight two of them. What we're going to attempt to do is lure one off by himself. Right there, I got him to aggro me, and I'm pulling him away from his buddy. That'll keep his buddy over there. Now it's just one-on-one. Don't get me wrong, these guys are tough. That's my dog in the background, Bowser. See, when I attack on his weapon side, he'll just hammer me every time. You think I'd learn by now? Running out of stamina is never a good thing with these guys. Don't stay there. Get away. Let the horse respawn and attack it right away. Now that the first one is done, we'll find the other Knights Cavalrymen on the other side of the carriage. When you target him, make sure you're targeting him and not the horse. Now, the first one had a flail, and this one has a halberd, so he's got a longer reach on him. Okay, by now you should have picked up on all the things you need to do. Wait for the horse to rear up. He falls off. We kill him. That's all you really need to know. Thank you for watching, and I'm going to turn you over to my assistant, Miss Pickles. Thanks again.
Hey everyone, it's your girl Miss Pickles. I want to thank you for watching this video. On the upcoming end screen, we have provided links to the next video in the series and one other that might interest you. Also, you can tap on my image in the upper left-hand corner to subscribe to our channel. It would mean a lot to me if you did. Also, by subscribing, now you won't have to deal with the little guy at the end. Thanks again.
Listen carefully, because I'm only gonna play this once. The station the hottest girls listen to. It'll knock your socks off.
Hey, where are you going? You watched the video and obviously enjoyed it, so you need to go back and click the subscribe button. I mean, come on now. You were raised better than this. You know, it doesn't cost anything. You know, why wouldn't you?